And here we go. So I haven't used this in a while. It's pretty early in the morning. Not only is it early in the morning, but we just hit daylight savings time. So I don't think I'm going to run into many people flying this thing and scare any dogs other than that one. And she's not scared. And it's pretty windy this morning. But anyway, it is the day before Election Day. It's November 4th, 2024. And you've got Rob with Travels with Dottie and Dottie. So, and I'm using my new walk-in floating selfie camera by DJI. And I think what I'm going to see is a perfectly stable picture. And but if you could see how much, because of all this wind, how much it's bobbing around there, you would be amazed at the technology that keeps the picture steady, and the technology that keeps it right in front of me, even when I make turns. The old one I had really couldn't keep up. It couldn't do it. And so that's pretty cool stuff. So one of the things I'm going to try to do here is keep this thing going without it stopping, to pick up Dottie's business so I don't have to restart the whole thing again. And I think I've been successful. It's still going. So that's the one glitch that this thing has, is that when I stop for X number of seconds, and I don't know what that is, it just stops recording and lands. But if I keep moving like I just did, it keeps going. And the problem is, when Dottie has to go, I have to stop and I have to pick it up. But we were able to do a little maneuver there that actually worked, even though it probably looked a little awkward. So it's pretty hard today not to be thinking about the election, is it? I mean, it's it's the peak of it being in all our faces. And my hope for it is that it's a peaceful process, whichever way it goes, and that we get back to a sense of normalcy and we can move on to other things. And that is my hope. I probably, if you're a regular watcher, this is going to be repetitive information. But I'm so excited about it, I can't help but talk about it. Dottie and I went to the vets yesterday. And it was a usual visit, but then again, not so much, only because of a couple of things. The absolutely routine thing was bordello and rabies shots. It was time. So that was routine. Also, Dottie has always had a heart murmur, and that's a cause for concern. And there's 6 classes of heart murmurs, 1 through 6. And 6 is the most serious, where, you know, you need serious intervention, medications, and the dog probably won't live very long. A class 1 is where at the threshold where it's just barely detectable. And Dottie has been a class 2, on the edge of maybe class 3. So in that vein, one of the things that the vet said last spring was she needs to lose weight. She was 30 pounds, and she said 27 would be ideal weight for her, so restrict her food intake. And I did, and we weighed her in, and she was 26 pounds. So Dottie lost 4 pounds, went from 30 to 26, which is a an amazing thing, and we're really happy about that. Then she went, and I said, well, it's time to listen to her heart. Let me know how the heart murmurs changed. And she said, yeah, it has changed. And I'm like, oh no. Yeah, it's no longer a 2. It's no longer a 3. It's a 1. It's a 1. It's gotten better. She said, I can barely hear it. This is just amazing news for the little Dottie dog. So it's not all 100% good news. The fourth thing that I needed to talk to the doctor about was leave it, Dottie. Leave. That's what happens when people leave their mess. Leave it, Dottie. I noticed she was walking a little bit slower, and she wasn't able to jump up into my lap anymore. It was very rare now, or it was very common. So I suspected arthritis. And the doctor said, yeah, absolutely. She's 9.5 years old. That is expected. Not just normal, but expected. And I got some medication for that, and she should be way better. I've had this medication, it's called Rimadyl. I've had it before. For other dogs, it's done really well. And so for I gave her some last night, and she seems great this morning. So it's all good news for the Dottie dog. All good news. Very exciting.
So sorry that this video ended so abruptly, but that was the end of the battery life of that little flying selfie stick. And but it did very well. I'm very happy with the results. And anyway, I wanted to close out the video here. And there's George over there. George is making an appearance. Dottie's resting in her bed after the walk, and it was cold out there, but I noticed right away that she was a lot happier on the walk than she has been. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm happy that you've watched this video. Thank you so much. I'm grateful, and I will see you tomorrow.